Done right, sort of, by the way. Let's read that. Same here. Same here. Episode 22. EevSeptic checks on Eevti's health. Dusky Sam. Also, new title screen. So, title screen animation. Hello, fellow team member Dusky members. This is just read the descriptions because I don't have anything else to say here. That's probably too fast for me, so hello. EevSeptic. No one was doing Eve, but it's also appeared in a weathered animal civilian. How old too were you two were spoofed, subject of that septidime. No way bottom of Tornadine. It's a friend of Eevti. Isn't it sad to ever see the channel? Has spoofed guitars on that septitized channel. The terror that Eevti is a spoof of is as an enemy of that septidime. As an ally. In fact, the only similarity between Eevti's version and anti-septitide is that Eevti is a spoof of, and that septitide's relationship that EevSeptic and that septitide are polar opposites of Eevti and anti-septitide. EevSeptic and that septitide being good and pretty sane, Eevti and anti-septitide being evil and insane. Was they toppled into this video wants to how that subject saw this video. Don't you I'm not sounding racist. But I'm not a racist person. I just don't want to offend anyone. Eve time. No, I was doing Eve, but it's also apparently a third animal civilian. The way bomb of Tornadine. Third animal says is harvest start and night based method. And with Hubert Tracen, YouTube Tracen's spoof. The Sabotage of Anti-Sabotage from the Dead Sabotage channel is a friend of EevSeptic. I've already mentioned this earlier in the EevSeptic one, so you don't need to be worried about this. Gave himself a star on his own base. What was to defend the anti-sabotage? Gave himself a star on his neck. Kinda dark. Was an ancestral that was bad. He's on the side of good now. I don't do much so as a wound in his chest. Ancestors are known for being blatantly overpowered and for being the average civilian type to be most vulnerable to being hurt. That made it easy for them to faint from their wounds. That's also he had the baddie trying to twist us that confuses him. The baddie trying to twist us that only was really bad people to use them. Essentially to set cause damages says. It started with all the advanced twizzle, but the bad set does that twizzle was essentially attached to the Eevti's test. Or apparently quite early in his test. And in his body, so that's silent art. He's since not hurt by the bad eternity twizzle set. When he found out that the ancestry on Fawzi that spell ancestor was traded was actually happening. The only bomb of Tornadine. He's still here from the downstairs done to him by the bad trying to twist his set. Ancestors are also well known for their ability to. No. Oh, my bad. Ancestors are well known for their without the no ability to hear themselves strictly. Betrayal is not being the only ancestor to hear someone strictly. Say it down as far as the bad turned to traces that after the user turns good, it does enough to the point that advanced technology, like the dark energy reactor and Eevti says to help it heal. Kinda doesn't hope that a bad eternity traces that as Eevti's enhanced hearing factor to the point that it's easily outpowered type hearing factor than ours ancestral has. This is based on 80 hours 1 cell per day. This is a dark energy reactor. It's a type advanced reactor was a dark matter energy. It's used to either enhance our hearing factor, which is sort of damage, speed, or ability to fight. And this is used to enhance an hour's range hearing factor to keep himself from fainting. Hour's range can only faint from attacks that would kill an average person. Basically, it's hard to an hour's pain and hit the heart, hour's range would faint. It's that time that the bullet hits the heart. The heart stays intact, but the bullet disintegrates. Once an hour's when it's fainted, it then freely from the faint whenever it wants. But if an hour's when stays fainted for too long, it experiences what's called faint amnesia. Faint amnesia can slowly remove memories. It then recompensated by waking up on the faint, which causes a faint amnesia to stop removing memories, and being shown a picture of a person as a close family member or friend to the faint amnesia affected hours opinion, causing all those memories to come back. From all the hours that he is dealing with. Go away, Bob of Torridine. Don't know how it's wrong with you today. With that out of the way, let's go see how Eevti is doing. That's what everyone knows. What you've done, you've said it sounds like Dusky Sam. Is it as the actor where you start this? My actor didn't even attempted to take the voice of these characters. Probably for obvious reasons, like trying to not this so I would say trying to remember that for obvious reasons, like I don't know, not trying to not let's just move on since I tend to remember it at the moment. The way boy Dean Bottom Up Turner. How are you doing? How do you think I'm doing? It's nice that I'm still healing from my wounds. With a bad resistance to ass. Do you think? Awkward silence. So I'll just go back to the waiting room now. Okay, see ya. What has my wife come to? So yeah, Eevti is still in the process of hearing. Let's just view that because I don't have anything else to say about this episode. It's almost as if this episode had nothing to do with the plot. Or considering that the main part of the story is that the normal wife of our aunt is having because there isn't that much going on that has to do with danger. Yeah, that's probably what this episode is like this. So yeah, I spent this story to have storylines that they're and RE.net whatsoever, but was always for another story for some odd reason. I still think that this episode kinda has no reason to exist. Or does it? Chances are that this episode sets up how we find out about the results of a certain spell in a later episode. The next episode will introduce you to Dusky. I don't know how to pronounce it, but sorry, Dusky. That's right. And from what I did tell of quantum flowers tracings, is similar to living hollow creature known as a hollow phosphat. Please note that hollow phosphats and phosphats are not the same thing, so therefore they do not live in the same building. In fact, might get to see the ancestor ruins in the next episode on Saturday. Which I'll probably have to show where the entrance to it is and with a map of it in the next episode. Nice job, Judge Sam. Nice job. With a map of Amazon Island and was running over the ancestor ruins. Just wow. Just wow. Sorry about that. So I don't know if Amazon to either be washed or not know where stuff is on Amazon Island. Good night, Joe. Team Albert just remembers. The away ball of Tornadine.